Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity. Thanks for joining us this morning. Glad to see you. I know you're out there online too, so welcome. Thanks for making time to be with us on this Thanksgiving weekend. This is the weekend where either some of us who are usually here are now traveling somewhere, and those who are traveling are here. So thanks for checking us out. It's a good Sunday to get to know us. Hope that you'll find something in the message, definitely in the music today, and in our meditation that just keeps you connected with your higher self. And one of the things that we love to do is sing in the morning on Sundays. Usually our music director, Kim Char, is leading the way, but we're going to send her and her family, especially her mother-in-law, Mina, who's had to make a quick trip to the hospital today. We're just going to hold her in light. There's a card out front for those of you who'd like to sign it before you go. And we just trust that that divine light that Mina is shining brightly. And all is working together for her highest good. And peace and blessings to Kim Char and Cindy. So, Kevin, thank you for diving in and taking the lead today. Let's give them some love, yeah?
Woo!
What are we singing?
We do it all together. One love, one heart.
Oh, love this song, and it's perfect for today. If you want to stand as you're able, let's sing.
Together and feel alright. People get ready, there's a train a-coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith, hear the Jesus humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. People get ready, there's a train a-coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get so coming, don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart, let's get together and one All right, great job out there. Woo. Let's take our path, our journey to our own individual path. I am on a journey, on a spiral path, winding up, winding round, circling forward, never back. I am on a journey, on a spiral path, winding up, winding round, and circling forward, never back. Oh, and round I go, and deep into divine. On my spiral path, I create, and all I dream is mine. Journey on a spiral path, winding up and winding round, staying right on track. Oh, and round I go, deep into divine. On my spiral path, I create, and all I dream is mine. Healing, learning, leading, serving, oh, and healing, learning, leading, serving, oh, and round I go, deep into divine. On my spiral path, I create, and all I dream is mine. Oh, and round I go, deep into divine. On my spiral path, I create, and all I dream is mine. All I dream is mine. All I dream is mine.
Yes. Let's just take a breath and turn our thoughts inward where those dreams begin. Grateful to know that higher self is constantly leading and guiding us into what is ours to create, to enjoy, to experience and express through the power of the living God within. We thank you, Spirit, that all that we need to be the truth of who we are is already within us. We are grateful. We allow. And so it is. Amen. Will you help me speak our invocation? The words are up here on the screen. Together. There's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Thank you. You may be seated.
no separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil, and I want to know you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil, and I want to see you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil, and I want to hear you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil, and I want to feel you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil, and I want to praise you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil, and I want to love you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil in me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil.
Thanks, everybody. I'm raising the veil, and then we have a mask to remind us we need to raise that veil, yes? Well, if you've missed the last few weeks here at Unity, we've been talking a lot about masks. So we're going to finish it up today. But I just wanted to check in, first of all, and see how your Thanksgiving weekend went or is going. Good? Maybe? A lot of times, of course, during Thanksgiving weekends, we tend, or any holiday weekends, we tend to, some of us travel to be with family, which is fun and can also be stressful. Or we're the ones that are cooking and then cleaning up afterwards. So we might be a little bit exhausted from that right now. Some of us are, we take that extra day off and we do our laundry or pay our bills. My neighbor came out and mowed his lawn 2 days in a row. And then on the third day, started blowing his leaves and blowing his leaves and blowing his leaves. And that went on for quite some time. So I don't know if he was having a very jolly holiday weekend where, we just find that the weekend's flown by and we forgot to live our lives. And you may be thinking, wait a minute, isn't that what I was doing, was living? And I'll just ask you, is it? Is that what you've been doing, is living your life? When we have a holiday, we want it to feel like a holiday, right? But sometimes we notice that we're feeling a little bit exhausted or maybe even depressed, sometimes stressed out, overwhelmed. If you're feeling during your holiday experience more relieved that you completed an obligation than you are feeling joyful that you experienced a connection with someone or a job for someone, then maybe we're not truly living our life. And, I don't want to give the holidays a bad rap because a lot of times we do have a lot more fun. But on a daily basis, as we're thinking about that mask that we wear pretty much every day if we're not conscious, then day by day we can find ourselves doing things for other people, being things for other people, making sure that we're approved of or making sure that they're happy. Maybe what we've been doing is fulfilling expectations or doing everything perfectly. And that means we're not really living our life. How often are you living your life by living what you love when you get caught up in wearing that mask? You know how it feels when you're not living your life, because there's this kind of constant, low-grade dissatisfaction with life that's just kind of humming in the background. We're not living our life if on a daily basis we wake up tired or we're a grump to be around or we just have no enthusiasm for life. Are you feeling kind of down right now? Maybe I should change channels. But honestly, it's hard to live our own life when the decisions that we're making in life are for other people, when we're making sure that they're getting what they need and we're doing what they want. And probably one of the worst case scenarios that I heard recently was about a woman who was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer and given very little time to live. And as she was pondering her life, she realized, I have not been living my life. I've been living other people's lives. I've been making sure that I was pleasing them, that I was doing what they expected of me, that I was getting their approval, that they were all happy and taken care of, and now it's too late to live my life. So today, in this final session on taking off our mask, may we please do that. And I know you'd just like to rip off that COVID mask you're wearing right now, and that's going to happen. I can see the day when that's happening, and I can actually see you smiling as you're laughing right now. But part of this is just recognizing what is my own life. How do I know when I'm living my own life? And to me, part of this is about being in integrity with who you really are. It means living according to your values. It means being in alignment with your spirit so that you know that you are doing what you came here to do. And part of this is about my focus today, which I hope will start to lighten you up a little bit, up here on the screen. We're going to live what we love. Wouldn't that be nice? To live what you love. And you're living what you love when your whole being lights up when you're doing it, or you feel a sense of fulfillment or joy or appreciation, gratitude for what you're doing. You feel lighter. Your energy is in harmony with life. You're more kind to one another. You're feeling or having fun, and life feels good, and it just seems to come natural to you. It inspires you. Now, I know that some of us might be thinking right now that that's a childish way to think that that's how you should be living your life, or a selfish way in how to live your life. And I understand that because I heard as a child that, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy to get what I want or to live what I love. And that this is a time of, just suffering and putting your head down and waiting till you get to heaven for things to get better. We talked about that last week, where Oftentimes, if you're raised in a certain belief system, you're told that it's heaven where everything is good, and right now you just have to kind of trudge through until you get there, right? But that was before I, at least, came into an awareness that it's not that God's watching over us and deciding whether we even get into heaven, but that God is living life as us. Remember that? If you weren't here last week, you might want to take a breath. God is living our lives as us. That's a pretty big deal. And it's an opportunity for us to know that if we're experiencing a heavier life, one that's weighed down or no fun, or we're feeling like we're afraid of life or we're limited by life, then just know that we have an opportunity here to turn life over to that higher part of ourself, which wants to live life from a lighter point of view. Just know that your ego has temporarily taken control, and it's time to give it back. Up here on the screen, there's a scripture from John 10:10 where Jesus said, I came so that you could have life, indeed, so that you could live life to the fullest, to live life abundantly. And when he says, I came, we speak of the presence of God in him that's also in us. The presence of God came to live as Kitty abundantly. So who is the ego to put God in the back seat and say, I'll drive, I'll take you to hell? That's kind of... We don't mean to, but that's what it can feel like, right? So it's not that we're all going to live this abundant life the same, because Spirit is expressing itself uniquely as each one of us. And it's an opportunity for us to start following what we love. That's when we know we're connected to our higher self, when we're receptive to our heart's desires, and we're letting us actually have that heart's desire. You know, I share often from Anita Morjani because she had an upfront and in-person experience out of the body, if you can have an in-person experience out of the body when she left the body at death. Had quite an experience, and then came back to tell us about it. And in her life, she was doing a lot of living life for other people. That was really what the whole first half of her book was about, was how she'd been living life for other people, trying to make everyone else happy, being what they wanted. The second half of the book is about how she got it all wrong. So let me share one of the things that she came to understand while she's out of the body in the spiritual dimension. She's one of those people who we talked about last week, where she's literally, thinking about a thing and she's there, seeing everything at once, knowing all times at once. She's one of those people that had that experience. And she said here that the internal understanding I received in that realm came as sort of an imprint. So what she means by that is she just had this whole knowing all at once. It doesn't go in time in our brain like our thoughts do. But she said, if I put a voice to it, here's what I would have been saying internally in that state. Oh, so life isn't supposed to be such a struggle. We're supposed to enjoy it and have fun. I wish I'd known this. Oh, so my body created the cancer because of all my dumb thoughts, judgments about myself, limiting beliefs, all of which caused me so much internal turmoil. Boy, if I'd only known that we're just supposed to come here and feel good about ourselves and about life, and just express ourselves and have fun with it. Now, this part is a little hard to explain, but let me try, she wrote. I had a question that was something like this. Why did something so big, like this terminal cancer thing, happen to me just for not realizing my own magnificence? Simultaneously, did you get that? There's no time. So she's asking and answering all at the same time. I had this understanding. Oh, I see. It didn't happen to me because, in truth, I'm never a victim. The cancer is just my own unexpressed power and energy. It turned inward against my body rather than outward. Wow. The cancer is just my own unexpressed power and energy. That is powerful. That was her experience. Not saying it would be everyone's experience, but it's something to consider, that we came here with divine energy, the presence of God within, seeking to express itself. And if we allow the ego to hold it back, there can be repercussions. Take a breath. Take a breath. Everybody take a breath. Living what you love is not being selfish. It's being in integrity with your soul force. Does that make sense? Living what you love is not being childish. It's being in integrity with your soul force. It means that you're living the passions that chose you. A lot of times we think I'm going to like to do that. But no, it's the passion that chooses you. And that's just another expression of the divine, wanting to experience this passion through you uniquely. So it's going to look a little different in each one of us. So when we feel that desire, that joy in doing something, it's an opportunity for us to say, hey, that's the heart's desire of my spirit that's making itself known in me. And it's giving me an opportunity to reveal that part of ourselves. So if that idea makes you feel uncomfortable or even guilty to consider, I will just invite you to open up to the possibility that there is more joy waiting for you in life that is actually what you came here to be and to experience. Something that I do want to kind of make clear today is there is a difference between our soul's joy and what the soul loves to do versus what the ego wants. And I'm pretty sure most of us will know the difference when it's happening. But for instance, when I talk about the ego getting its pleasure, it's usually about being safe. It's putting a temporary Band-Aid on whatever's happening by eating a cookie, or going to bed early or something so that we can avoid what's going on in our life out here, or we can back off from what we're afraid of, or we can avoid a responsibility even. The ego, well, let's put it this way. Our physical senses, our 5 physical senses, will experience our spirit's joy. Absolutely will. But it's not the same thing as when the human, the ego, uses those physical senses and gets addicted to something in order to put a mask up between life and who we really are. So many times the ego will think, drinking makes me happy, until it wears off, and we realize we just avoided something that we still have to face. That's not the kind of spirit love that I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about using those ego joys as a way to deny life like we do when we sit down for hours in front of the TV and veg out. And then find out later that we're going to pay the price because we didn't use that time for something else. So mostly when I'm talking about soul joys, I'm talking about joys that when you're in it, you feel fulfilled. It's a fullness that almost takes you a little bit outside your body. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever felt that, where it just goes like this when you're doing it, when you're feeling it? So how you know that you're living your life is that when you experience things, it does feel fuller, lighter, happier. It feels like something you have a passion for. It might actually bring peace to you, or it might make you feel more generous as you're around other people because you're getting your true need, your spirit need met, and now you feel free and able to help others. Even your ego might come along. Once you start doing this on a regular basis, your ego sees, oh, okay, I am kind of loving this. So let me just give a little bit more to someone else besides myself. But it's that which feels fun and natural and easy to you and lights you up from the inside out. And for some of us, this can even become a career path, where it became so much fun you can't not do it, and it's so fulfilling, and you know that you have a gift for it, and this is what you have to do with your life. You can't not do it, and it feels like home. It feels like this is who I am. Does anybody remember when Tama Keeves came to speak to us a while back? She's a national best-selling author and life coach, and she wrote a book called Inspired and Unstoppable. And one of the things that she mentioned was that her joy, her soul love, is to help others get attuned to what their inner self wants to become. So her her goal, and it so has taken over her that it's hard for her to not do that when she's with other people. Help them become attuned to what their inner self wants to become. And so she wrote in her book, Inspired and Unstoppable, that she said, I had a hard time fitting in at barbecues because I just can't talk to a financial analyst in a baseball cap and get the words attuned with pass the dogs at the same time in the same sentence. And I so know what she's talking about because when I was a young girl, just like 2 weeks ago, I was part of my youth group at church, and I would get so sad because I wanted to talk about God, and everybody else wanted to get in the back of a pickup and cruise downtown Peoria. I wanted to wake my junior high age sister up while I had my new driver's license and get her and all of her girlfriends up early on a weekday and drive them over to McDonald's so that I could make them sit through my Bible study. That's a passion that had to become part of my life, and here I am. But it doesn't have to be a career path. Living what you love doesn't have to take, 40 hours a week, or it doesn't have to be something that you've committed to all the time, because your life is just like a string of pearls, and each pearl is a moment. And each moment is God seeking a new way to experience the fullness of life in this physical dimension. So it's going to be unique. It's going to be only yours to do. And when you start to feel that joy and appreciation in what you do, that sense of bigger, expansiveness, fun, gratitude, peace, you are connected with your higher self and honoring what it is that's part of your true self. You're starting to get a feel for who you really are. Thomas Edison wrote up here on the screen, he said, if we all did the things we're capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. But I would like to adjust that just a little bit and say that if we all did the things we love doing, we would literally find ourselves. Yes? Well, you'll know it when it happens to you. Do what you love doing and you will find yourself. And this is something that, again, remember we've talked about self-observation for the last few weeks. It means taking time to be aware of how you're feeling and let your emotions guide you. They're your guidance system. And when you're feeling those higher level emotions, okay, I'm in tune with spirit. I'm being who I came here to be. Don't let those masks separate you from what you really are. I mean, this could be fun, people. I don't know why we don't want to do it. But our soul life is not only an example of life expressing to the fullest, but it also can be healing our lives. Doing something you love can actually heal you. Have you had that experience? I know sometimes you almost don't feel like you're in the mood for life, but if you will just allow yourself to do something that you love, you would find yourself being healed. It opens you up to a spiritual dimension. You're much more expressing from your spiritual self, and that raises your energy, and that allows your body to be where it needs to be in order to connect to that divine intelligence. Use what you love as a way not only to just express your higher self, but to bring your human self up where it belongs. So I, of course, have a few things for you to do today for the rest of your life in order to express your joys, your loves. Does anybody want to do this? Please say yes. I'm on board with this. Okay. Well, first of all, most important, we're not talking about making room for a little fun. It's like, let me squeeze it in here between my dentist appointment and the vacuuming. But I'm talking about making time for it. Put it on your calendar if you have to. Did I just pick that up and not drink from it? Make time for what makes you happy. Okay. Make time for it. And also, each one of you has at least one talent that you do well. Now, it may not be artistic talent, but it's something that you just feel fluid and alive when you're doing it. Make sure you make time for that. I mean, some of them can be kind of odd, no, not even odd. That's not a good word. It's just not what you might consider a talent. But, for instance, I have a niece who loves math. Makes her happy. So she got a degree in it. Now she's a tutor to kids who need help. So she's helping others, but she's happy. She's using her talent in a way that allows her to do it for a living. And, I have another friend who does calligraphy. Not a lot of opportunity to do it other than just for yourself. So she finds people who want to have their wedding envelopes addressed, and she does calligraphy for them. I have somebody that, when you get into conversation, they're really good at saying, so what's going well for you? What do you love doing lately? And if that was something that we did at every Thanksgiving meal, we would never have trouble with our relatives again, is to make an assignment when you sit down to the table that everybody shares one thing that they love doing. Usually it's about what you're thankful for. Okay, make it thankful for something that you love doing. What do you love? And by the time you get around the table, you're just like bursting with not only new ideas of things that you might love and want to try, but you're feeling so good at being able to just focus on it, even though you're not doing it. You know what I mean? Just thinking about what you love can raise your energy. Of course, many of us have hobbies. That's probably the number one way that we express what we love, is we make time for a little hobby. And whether that's like working with wood or working on cars or putting your hands in the dirt and working with your garden, whatever it is. I'm not going to be able to name them all today, but you know what that is. And it's probably something that we don't give enough time to in our lives. But remember, Spirit came to touch that car. It came to grow that seed. It wants these experiences. And you feel good because it's God feeling good as you. Isn't this exciting? Okay. The next one is being able to do this at work or as your work. We've talked a little bit about that. But again, if it's not a career path, you can still create this space of things you love in your workspace. So for instance, I love beautiful photographs of nature. And so I would order these giant size posters. It would be like looking out a window of the hills are alive. And you see the mountains and the wildflowers. And my walls were just plastered with these in my last office at the radio station. And people would come in and go, I just feel so good in here. I said, sit down, take a load off. I created an environment that I loved being in. If you love playing the keyboard, then get yourself a little keyboard and put it over in the corner so that on your break, when you just can't take any more of your job, you sit down, put the headphones on, and play a little piano. You see what I'm saying? Mark, would you get right on that wherever you are? There he is. I think it's a great idea. Yeah. I don't know if you have enough room in your office. Of course, you're probably working at home now. All right, I'm getting off track. All right, so just find ways during your day hours where you spend most time just trying to surround yourself with a little bit of things that you love. Also, we can include it in our diet, and this is where you have to kind of separate ego from spirit, because ego will overdo. But have you ever, had one of those moments where you just came upon a meal somehow? Somebody asked you out to dinner, you went over to their house, and they had your favorite food. It's like, I'd forgotten how much I loved lobster. Please make time for lobster. You know what I realized? I found a food that actually hits two of my loves. My love for bright colors and my love for fruit is in fruit salad. So it's just like every time I see fruit salad, I'm happy. I don't even have to eat it. Just looking at fruit salad makes me happy. And if you're, somebody who just loves trying new foods, then for heaven's sakes, make time for a potluck, because you don't have to make it all, but somebody else will bring it, I'm sure, and get to know something else new that you love. You can actually involve your family in this, where you guys find out what you each love, and then you make time. Like every weekend, it's somebody's turn for all of you together to go experience what that person loves. It's a great way to have family time. Maybe you can fit in two loves in the same weekend. But that way, you get to know each other better, and your energy amongst yourselves starts to lighten up. So find something, find out what your family loves, and make sure that you make time doing that. Please, 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 please talk about, post pictures or videos of what you love on social media. I say please, 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 because it's a nice change from all the complaining that you see on social media. Start writing about, posting what it is that you love. I started this on Sunday. Did not have a lot of takers. Was really kind of sad about that. But I thought, nope, I'm not going to let this ruin what I love. And I said, hey guys, how about between here and Sunday, all we post on Facebook are things that we love. And I got a couple likes. I have like over 1,000 people on my list, and only 2 people said, yeah, okay, cool. It's like, nobody wants to do this. Are you kidding me? But what I found was a picture of this. I should have brought it with me today. Somebody had done some glass art, and it looked like drops of water coming down, but it was like it was standing in midair. It was just fantastic. Just made me so happy. It's that kind of thing I'm talking about. Also, for those of us who don't like exercise, you can actually find something else that you do like and combine it, So when you're out walking, if you love podcasts, put the little headphone on, listen to something that you love, or make sure you go to some place that you love to be in nature. And we can also create our favorite playlist out of our music so that when we are having a bad day, we listen, just put in the headphones and listen to what it is that we love. We can use our spiritual practice to experience what we love. Anybody here like to go and sit by a stream and just listen to it gurgling? You could actually do that and meditate at the same time. Spiritual practice, what you love. Maybe you're a person who loves to just hold your cat and pet it. That makes a great meditation. Or listening to beautiful music while you're meditating. Get it all done at the same time. And the last thing is manyfold. It's involving a journal in this process. For instance, just get yourself a little notebook, entitle it What I Love, and then that's the only thing you put in this notebook. Just start making a list of things that you love. And then make sure that every once in a while, on a regular basis, you open it up and actually do something from the list that you love. And when you find something new that you love, make sure it gets in the notebook. Sometimes I just like to open it up and look at the list and I'm instantly happy. I'm not kidding. Just reading my list of joys makes me happy. So do that in your journal. And then also what I want you to do is start journaling about how your life starts changing as you make more time for doing what you love. Because my hunch is both internally you're going to change. You're going to start being more peaceful, more positive, more happy. Externally, life is going to look differently to you. You're going to start watching more for things that you love. You're going to start expressing it more, and therefore you're going to start expressing yourself to other people in a different way. So doing this is actually going to be a way for you to change how life looks on a regular basis. It'll just start to become natural to you. Now, one of the sentences that you can write about in your journal is what it says at the top of this list. Can we go back to that list, Susan? I don't know if you have to page through all the but right up there at the top where it says, I forgot how much I loved. Include that in your journal. I've forgotten how much I loved. Just ask yourself that question, and pretty soon things will start coming up out of your past. I've forgotten how much I love just looking up at the stars at night, getting out in a dark place and being able to do that where I can actually see them. For me, what would probably happen on that list, I've forgotten what I love, is playing the piano, which I haven't done I did take a vacation once in the last 10 years where the house had a piano, grand piano, and I brought my music. That was fun. But I don't do it enough. I'd forgotten how much I love playing the piano. And trust me, I don't play the piano well. Got to have music, blah, blah, blah. But still, it makes me happy. I also realized I've forgotten how much I love coloring. I must have a stack of one of those coloring books and mandalas and stuff like that. And like piles of crayons and markers. Do I get them out and use them enough? No. So write that down. I know that I've forgotten how much I love photography. As soon as those doggone phones started taking pictures and we no longer carried around those 35 millimeter cameras, you should have seen me in Wyoming trying to take pictures with my 35 millimeter camera where you had to scrounge every store in town just to find film. But think about what you used to love in the past, that it's time to get out and enjoy again. Remember, what you're doing is you're building a character sketch of your soul. As you do this, you're starting to see who your higher self really is when you start keeping track of the things that you love doing. Would you just turn to somebody near you? If you're watching online, put it in the chat box. One thing that you love. Take a minute. You might have to get up and move around a little bit. Share one thing that you love with each other. Write it in the chat box. See, once you start doing this, it like generates more than just one idea, and pretty soon you have to tell them everything. So save it for the fellowship time after the service. You can talk some more. Okay, and we're coming back, and we're coming back. They're just getting louder. And they're coming back, and we're all coming back. Here we come. So, you know what? What I've discovered is that the more time that you make for doing what you love, the better your life gets, and the better your experience with other people gets, because as you start to relax and see how much good there is to be had and to be lived out there, you start to become more generous about life towards other people, which is a good thing. It's also something that is good for your body because it raises your energy, it allows healing. It's good for your mind because as you focus on doing things that you love, your mind starts to get clear. That crazy, cluttered busyness of the mind starts to evaporate. Your emotions start to become more calm and just light as you're living life, your life. So trust that this is not selfish or childish. It's actually the way, as Anita Moorjani found, as the reason, the purpose for being here. You came here to live life, have fun, be yourself enthusiastically. This is the cool thing about an adult, being an adult, is you get to choose. We think that other people are choosing for us, and there's no way around that, but trust me, nobody is choosing for us except ourselves. So this is our opportunity to actually choose that which is good in life. And I think that if you just get in the habit and you start choosing to make time for a little bit more fun this week, then next week you're going to start looking for 2 opportunities to have fun, and then 4 opportunities to have fun, and pretty soon life just becomes fun. Yes? Trust me on this, okay? You've got your assignment, you've got lots of tools to work with here, you know the reason why we want to do this. Let's go into meditation, and here's what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to ring this little bell throughout the meditation, and each time you hear the chime, find something else that you are grateful for, that you love, looking forward to experiencing again. Okay, let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath. I love deep breaths. I'm going to add that to my list. Taking a deep breath. And as you think of it, just imagine you doing it, what it would feel like or look like. Maybe it's flowers, what they'd smell like. I'd forgotten how much I loved Picture what you love. See yourself doing it, experiencing it. Noticing how you feel. Loving Spirit, the life within me. I allow my love to rise and be known. I'm open and receptive to that which brings me joy. I listen to my inner guidance. And follow that which feels good and true and fun. For I am the light of God expressing. And the light of me is joy. So it is, and now I allow it to be. Amen. I hope you're feeling like, yeah. Take that little ding of bell and just trust that it's going to ding inside of you when you run across something that feels good, that's yours to love and to be. And it's not just on holiday weekends. And then talk about it with somebody. Make sure you tell somebody what you did that was fun, that you love doing. We want to hear about it too. This is the time in our service where we practice something that you hopefully love, which is basically just giving of that light within yourself. We give and share our tithes and our love offerings. And it's another way to allow that Spirit of God to express, for God can only express through us. And so what we like to do is just take a moment again to consider the good that God has already processed through our life. And as we feel grateful for that, that is when we decide how to give. There are a couple ways that you can give. If you're here in the room, obviously we'll receive your grateful gift, but we're also online, and you can do that through the donation button on the Facebook page or our website at unityinnaperville.org. And if you like to write a check and mail it, it can come to Unity at P.O. Box 9733 in Naperville, and the zip is 60567. Let's bless our offering. The words are up here on the screen. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. Thank you. Ushers, will you come, please?
am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. Highest good. Thank you, Reverend Kitty. Good morning, everyone. My name's Kathy Folser. It's time for the announcements. And I have to tell you what I love to do. I love coming to church. I do. I love just being here, open-hearted, just communing with God, with all of you. It's just, so thank you. Thanks for letting me say that. So, okay, announcements. Okay, if you're joining us for the first time, whether you're here in person or online, welcome. We're always glad to see new people, glad to see people that are coming back again, not for the first time, but if you are here for the first time, we have a welcome pack out up in the front room on the table. You can find all the details that I'm about to tell you and also everything you want to know about our church at unityinnaperville.org. And you can sign up for a weekly e-newsletter. Send an email to Melody at admin@unityinnaperville.org, and she'll take care of you and get you all your information. Okay, so what's going on at Unity? Through next Sunday, remember, we have our fundraiser for grandparents raising grandchildren. Yes, and thank you, Melinda, for getting that organized. You can make a monetary donation to Unity in Naperville online or by mail with GRG, or Grandparents Raising Grandchildren, in the reason or the memo line, and then we'll know that we're going to devote the money to that cause. Or if you want, you can purchase a gift card or a holiday meal, Target, Walmart, etc., and we will have a box here where you can leave your gift as well. So that'll be up front. Okay. Today after the service, if you didn't pick it up last week, be sure that you pick it up this week. We have a special gift for you. It's our inspirational Advent booklet. It's written by Unity. This will be the focus of Reverend Kitty's online weekly Christmas chat from 7 to 7:30 every Wednesday, starting this Wednesday and going through December 22nd. See the events calendar or go to the website to get information about how to download your copy if you're online, and how to participate. We also have holiday-themed mugs. This is new. Yeah. Very cool. Yes, okay. On sale today through December 19th in the lobby area. $10 each, or 3 for $25. And the proceeds from this go to the Crafters Group for crafting supplies. So thank you, Kelly and Susan. And I know I'm missing a lot of people, but there are a lot of crafters out there. So thank you. And if you notice, all these beautiful shawls that we have here are made by the crafters. These are made to give. Oh, Susan. Oh, proceeds go to the General Unity Fund. Okay, thanks, Susan. All right, but we'll give money to the crafters so they can keep doing their amazing things. Okay. Lunch online continues Tuesday at 12 o'clock. Courageous Writers, Saturday at 10 a.m. Again, see our e-newsletter or go online, see the online events calendar for details. And if you were born in December, it's time to send us a photo. Your name, please, and your birthday. You can leave out the year if you prefer. Send that by Thursday, December 1st, and we'll sing happy birthday to you next Sunday. So that's always a lot of fun. And remember, admin@unityinnaperville.org is where that will go. And I'm going to go a little bit out of order. We're going to skip this slide. Steve's going to come back to this, and then he'll hand the mic over to you, Kitty. We won't forget about you. So we're going to go to the Save the Date slide. Got it. Okay. Save the date for these upcoming events. The Healing Power of Grief will be an online conversation Thursday, December 9th at 7 p.m. And the Energy of Spirit, Tuesday, January 4th at 7 p.m. And I know we'll be hearing more about that. And as always, one-on-one prayer support is available after the service. Send an email to prayer@unityinnaperville.org. You could mention POC or prayer on call. Be sure to put your name and phone number in there, and a prayer chaplain will call you by 1 p.m. And I'm going to call Steve up here. Where'd Steve go? Oh, Steve is going to talk about Christmas caroling, and then he'll hand the mic over to Kitty. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you, Kathy. So I'm up here, good morning. I'm up here to tell you about an event we're having next Sunday. But you know what, let me just say real quick. Did you ever, like someone you're connected to, and maybe it's March, and they mention something they really love, and you make a note of that for Christmas? I think we've got a lot of fruit salad coming in the next few days. Maybe you could just send your best recipes. So anyway, next Sunday, Christmas caroling in the parking lot here after service. Kevin is going to be playing guitar and singing in the window, and we'll be broadcasting over a frequency that everyone can tune their cars into, and we'll have a little player outside as well, so there'll be music playing throughout the parking lot. And you decorate your cars and wear your ugliest sweater, and we're going to have Starbucks gift cards to the ugliest sweater and the best decorated car, and there'll be hot apple cider and cookies out in the parking lot, and it's a fun event. We'll all be singing along with Kevin and just enjoying each other's company outside in the parking lot. And we've got these flyers, and we're going to pass them out to our neighbors in the local neighborhood here. So hopefully we get a nice group of people, and we have a little fun event that's next Sunday, December 5th, after the service. So I hope you'll all join us. Pardon me? Oh, yes. So we're going to pass these flyers out. We're going to walk the neighborhood today after service and just put one on every doorstep. And so if anybody would like to volunteer to walk with us today for even a block or a couple blocks, or if we don't get it done today, we'd like to maybe do it Wednesday or Thursday. It's supposed to be nice out. If you could just email admin@unityinnaperville.org and let them know that you'd be willing to walk and pass out some flyers. I'll walk with you. And so thank you very much, and hopefully we'll have a fun event next Sunday.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, this is the last time I'm going to talk about this for a while. If you missed the town hall meeting, please watch my little blurb on our website, unityinnaperville.org, for a quick overview. And then if you're feeling called, if it's a joy for you, it feels like something you might love to do, then just check out which one of those initiatives that I talk about that sings to you and that you'd like to be part of. And we've got some sign-up sheets out front that you can add your name to. Or you can email admin@unityinnaperville.org, because we're starting to have informational meetings about each one of these initiatives. So watch the video at unityinnaperville.org. And then also, big news is this Friday night is Jilli Johnston. She's going to be doing, it's huge, you guys. She's an international speaker, and she is a love, and she has had quite the life experience. Not the kind that anybody would really want to have in some respects, but she has learned so much from it that she's going to share. Really, the perfect way to finish our Behind the Mask series is how to be yourself from a place of, I like this. I'm good with this. I love just being who I am. Friday night, let's listen to her sharing. We actually have a video of Jilli, so let's get to know her for a minute.
Hi, Unity in Naperville. My name is Jilli Johnston. I am a worthiness coach and facilitator of enoughness, and I'm here to invite you to my 90-minute interactive workshop on December 3rd at 7 p.m. called Worthy as You. Because here's the truth. You are worthy as you are right now, and you are more than enough in this moment, unchanged. During this time together, I'm going to give you the tools, the exercises, the questions to take with you in your life to see yourself as enough and worthy no matter what happens. It is not anything outside of you. And so I'm going to give you all of this, and imagine the time, the energy, the mental space, and the relationships that you will give if you no longer let the question, am I enough, be forefront in your mind. It's time to learn your enoughness. It's time to learn your worthiness. So come join us on December 3rd, and I cannot wait to see you there. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. She is amazing. And if you, it's in a Zoom setting. You get your tickets online, and come Thursday, we'll send you your link to the Zoom room. But also, if you don't have Zoom or you just don't want to have to deal with it, you can actually listen on your phone, and we'll send you a phone number to call in so that you can still hear what's being said. But this is a chance to meet not only friends from Unity, but there's a lot of people coming from her gang that she usually has on her list. And so this is going to be fun to really connect with people that you haven't met before. And she sings my song. She's got tools. You're going to leave with actual practical ways to experience what she's going to teach us on Friday night. So time's a wasting. If you want your Zoom link by Thursday, then it'd be a good time to get your ticket for $30. Go to unityinnaperville.org, and right on the homepage, you'll see her face. Just click on that and follow the story. You're going to want to read the story about her life, too, because it's really encouraging, okay? All righty, so I'm going to tell you this now. Susan, can we show the slide that has the phone number, the text number on it? I think we have it. There we go. I'm going to stay at the end of the service and chat with you guys online if you'd like to send me a text, or if you want to put something in the Facebook chat window. Anybody want to be my Facebook chat window monitor today? Can you pull it up on your phone and monitor and let me know if people are writing in, that we could share comments, because we want to hear from our online group today too, okay? All right, so before we do that, while everybody's busy, the text number is 630-793-0993, and let's sing in the meantime. What do we got? One last song?
I'm choosing heaven.
I'm choosing heaven. Come on, that's fun.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing peace today. Heaven, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today.
Awesome job today. Thank you. So if you're not on Facebook, you're going to miss out, because I actually saw a... Can I get my mic there, Parker? We were here decorating, and thanks to everybody who did such a beautiful job decorating the building. Woohoo! While we were here, I was about to go out the door, and I suddenly heard this sound. I knew exactly what it was. The sand cranes were back. So I came in here and I yelled, "The sand cranes are back, and they're singing to us." And we all went out and watched, and I got them on video. So check out my Facebook page, because they're out there singing to us. It was too much fun. All right. Okay. So here's our closing affirmation. Let's do this together. When I make time for what I love, I make time for God. That is the truth. And if you want to sit and just hear comments from our friends online, you're welcome to do that. You're welcome to have a fabulous day out in the world and do something that you love. Hope to see you on Friday. Lots of stuff going on. We'll look at our website. And there was something else. Oh, text me, 630-793-0993, and just comment on today's message, or if you have a question, or if you just want to share something that you love, we want to hear from you. You're on. You can sit. You can do whatever you want. Thanks, everybody. Anybody watching Facebook for me? Let's just see. All right.
I'm choosing Kevin today.
Yeah. Absolutely. Our band rocks. I think this is it. I have such fun trying to make this work. Okay. Cammie was watching today and she said, I love sitting with coffee in the morning looking out at nature in front of me. I love that idea. Deb said she loves saving a pet. Kevin, another Kevin, says he loves baked goods. Sign me up for that. And communing with others through music during a concert. That is fun, you know, when you're all in your favorite place. Hey, good morning to Madeline from Dayton, Ohio. Thanks for checking in. Grateful to have you in my life. She says it's my fantastic, wonderful birthday. Happy birthday, Madeline. So blessed for all that I have. Thank you. Danette's wishing her a happy birthday. And Nikki says, the best way to start my week with a powerful unity message. Positive vibes always. Thanks, Nikki. We're glad you could be with us today. Cynthia's wishing happy birthday to Madeline. Hey, band. Danette says, woohoo, awesome music. Hi, it's good. Okay. I can't tell if I feel like I... That's so funny. It sounds like I'm here and I'm there in two different states of time. Okay, anybody want to text me? Now's your chance. 630-793-0993. I'm hoping that this is coming to me. Okay, Parker, were you able to see anybody on Facebook? Because mine seems to be limited. Okay. Okay, you guys. I'm going to say goodbye then. Love you. What? Are you pointing at something? No? Yes? No? Okay. Thanks for making time to be with us today. Have a great rest of your Thanksgiving holiday. Start living what you love, and this whole month of December is going to be fabulous for you. See you next week.